Have you ever wondered how a great idea for an app or a website actually becomes a real successful product? Well, today we're taking a look at Madison Technologies. Think of them as a partner that helps businesses navigate the super tricky world of digital innovation. We're going to find out how they take all that uncertainty and turn it into products that are ready to win in the market.
You know that feeling, right? You've got this amazing idea for a digital product, but you're just staring at a wall of what-ifs. How do you actually build it without just guessing and hoping for the best? That's the huge challenge we're going to tackle right now.
All right, here's how we'll break it down. First, we'll get a feel for the landscape and introduce Madison. Then we'll get into their core solutions, and we're definitely going to spend some time on their AI services. After that, we'll dig into what makes their approach so different from everyone else. And finally, we'll pull it all together to see why this is so important for any company that wants to succeed online.
So, to get us started, let's meet the team we're talking about. Who exactly is Madison Technologies, and what gives them the right to be called a trusted partner in this space?
First off, Madison Technologies is not some flash-in-the-pan startup. We're talking about a team with more than a decade of serious, in-the-trenches experience. They've worked with some of the biggest multinational companies in the world, solving really complex problems on a massive scale. That's a track record you can count on.
And just look at this map of their global footprint. It's pretty interesting how they've set things up. Their creative and design heart is beating in Kuala Lumpur, but the software development powerhouse is in Da Nang, Vietnam. Then you've got strategic offices in Singapore, plus hubs in the UK and the US. It really gives them a global perspective while still being able to get things done with local know-how.
Okay, so with a team spread all over the world like that, you're probably wondering, what can they actually do? Let's dive into their core solutions and check out the tools they're using to really transform businesses.
Everything they build sits on a foundation of solid cloud solutions. And this isn't just about moving your stuff to the cloud. It's about completely modernizing your digital backbone. They work with the big players, AWS, Azure, GCP, and they build systems that are designed from the ground up to be secure, super reliable, and cost-effective, so you can scale without worry.
Now this is where it gets really exciting. Let's talk about AI transformation. This is a huge focus for Madison. They use AI and machine learning to find completely new opportunities for companies to grow. And for them, AI isn't just a buzzword they're chasing, it's in their DNA. Their CEO and co-founder, Quinn Thai, has been leading complex AI projects for over 20 years. So when they talk AI, they're talking about creating real, measurable business value.
And their skills go even deeper. They build the heavy-duty infrastructure for things like super apps and create custom web applications for specific industries, like prop tech. And all of this is built using modern approaches like DevOps and microservices. That just means the solutions they build aren't only powerful today, but they're also flexible enough to change and grow tomorrow.
Okay, so we've seen what they do, which is impressive. But the real question is, how do they do it? I mean, there are a lot of development companies out there. What really makes Madison's approach different? How do they deliver with so much certainty every time?
Well, it all starts with building a digital fortress. A lot of companies do what's called penetration testing, which is kind of like checking to see if your doors and windows are locked. Madison, on the other hand, goes way deeper. They do full-on deep security audits. That's like having a team of elite security experts inspect every single brick and wire in your fortress to find vulnerabilities that nobody else would even think to look for.
And that deep audit is just one part of their whole security ecosystem. They actually have their own custom bug bounty platform to bring in ethical hackers. They partner with the organizers of major hacking events to stay ahead of new threats. And of course, they make sure your business is compliant with all the important standards like SOC 2 and GDPR. It's a truly proactive approach.
But here's what might be the most unique part of their entire process. It's how they start every single project. It all revolves around these collaborative design thinking workshops, which are specifically built to get rid of all that guesswork we talked about at the start. Just check out this process. In one single, intense week, they take you from just trying to define the problem all the way to co-creating an actual working prototype. And here's the magic trick. They immediately put that prototype in front of real users. This step right here turns all your assumptions into real hard data. It gives you a clear, validated path forward before you ever write a single line of production code.
So we've walked through their experience, their services, and their really unique process. What does it all mean? What's the bottom line? Why would you choose Madison Technologies for your next big digital project?
It really boils down to these 4 big advantages. 1, you massively reduce your risk because you're building on what you've learned, not what you're guessing.
2. You get real, tangible results from prototypes that users have actually tested. 3. You get that fortress-level security that goes way beyond the norm. And 4. You get access to a seasoned team with experience from all over the world.
In the end, their whole philosophy can be summed up by this one powerful idea: stop guessing and start building with confidence. And that really leaves you with a pretty interesting question to think about. What amazing idea would you build if you knew you could get it right from the very start?